Good evening. Hello, everyone. Welcome. Welcome to the world premiere of El Sabor de la Navidad by Alejandro Lozano. Welcome. Thank you for being a part of this. Thank you for coming. My name is Cameron Bailey. I'm the CEO here at TIFF. I'm glad to see you all here. I want to begin by thanking some of the people and organizations who make what we do possible, beginning with our members and our donors. If you are a donor or a member, thank you very much for your support for the festival and also all year round. Thanks also to our lead sponsor, Bell, and our major sponsors, RBC, Bulgari, and Visa. And thanks to our support from government partners as well, Government of Ontario, Telefilm Canada, and the City of Toronto. We always want to remind you that we have a prize here. It's called the People's Choice Award. It is our most important prize, and it's the prize that you vote for. And the way you do that is by going online to tiff.net/vote. And big thanks to Televisa, Univision, and VIX for providing us with the film. And also a welcome to the sponsor of tonight's screening, Accenture. And on behalf of Canadian President David Morgenstern and Toronto lead Piyush Bhatnagar, welcome to all of the guests of Accenture tonight. Thank you so much for coming. We are really thrilled to have this film. So we are a film festival. We show a lot of very serious films, and we love the very serious films, but every now and then, we like to see something that's just light and fun and funny, but still has a message to it, still has some substance to it. And that was what we found when Salma Hayek Pinault called the festival and let us know that she had produced a new film in Mexico, the one you're about to see. And we were thrilled that she was interested in presenting it to the Toronto audience. She's been here before, of course, on a number of occasions, and knows that the Toronto audience is, I think, the best festival audience in the world. Yeah. And so it kind of made sense. And so as you watch the film, you don't have to necessarily think about the deep, heavy global issues that you'll see in some of the other festival films, but this is a film that touches on substantial concerns of family and of love and relationships in a very light way. And it happens also to be set at the holiday season in Mexico City. So that's kind of a fun thing to look forward to as well. And we are so pleased that the team from the film has come to present it, and they are led by the producers, Selma Hayek Pinault and Alejandro Lozano, director, and Jose Temez, producer. Please welcome Selma Hayek Pinault and Jose Temez.
Hola, hola, Toronto.
Hola.
You have a special place in my heart. So I'm so happy to be here to bring you this movie. But, I know that now, more than ever, there's so many Latinos living in Toronto. So after coming to the festival so many times and having always such a memorable, warm experience and memories of you, this time I'm very excited that we get to present to you a movie in Spanish for our community and for every community. You will see why, because it's about family, it's about human interrelationships and connectivity, and how much do we need connectivity nowadays? Why not let films inspire us for the human connection? And this is our writer and producer, Pepe.
Hi, everyone. Thank you. Just wanted to thank TIFF, Cameron, for giving us the opportunity to present this movie here tonight. Thank you to VIX, who financed this movie and gave us all the support to make it. We're really thankful to them.
You can watch it in VIX in the Christmas again.
In November. This is a story that takes place in Mexico City. I try to present Christmas like we live it in Mexico, which you will see in many ways is no different from the rest of the world, and maybe in some other ways it is. Hope you enjoy it.
Thank you for the support to the community, Cameron.
Thank you.
Good evening, everybody. Buenas noches. Please join me in welcoming the wonderful production team of El Sabor de la Navidad, Salma Hayek, José Tames, and Erika Sanchez. And we also love to bring to the stage the wonderful director of the film, Alejandro Lozano. How was everybody doing? Wasn't this an amazing, amazing experience?
Who's hungry?
While the rest of the team makes it here, I want to ask you. Oh, here they are. Thank you. You can move a little bit closer this way so people can see you fully. And, well, first of all, thank you so much for sharing the film with us. We're so incredibly proud to have it at TIFF. And I want to start by asking Alejandro, you work with an incredible ensemble cast, and by the end of the film, we all have this super warmth and beautiful feeling. Can you share with us, how did you work with your cast and crew to create this beautiful experience for us?
Well, thank you very much. Well, I think we were very, very lucky to have this wonderful cast, and it was a long casting process where Salma and Pepe were really checking every single actor that went into the casting process, because it's 3 different worlds and 3 different...
Not everyone. There was one that we all
There was one that
wanted
was
from
since
the beginning.
Yeah. Mariana Treviño was...
She's so phenomenal. We love her so
I'm
much.
a huge fan.
Yeah, that's very important, because everything, Mariana Treviño was at the center, and we wanted to create this universe around her. So there are 3 different worlds, and we wanted to represent, who could represent the best way that represents each of those worlds. And I think we were very lucky. This is one of the movies I think I enjoyed the most while doing it, because everything was, Pepe always says it's not about the magic of Christmas, but I do believe that the magic was in the process of making it, because it was really, really nice to do it.
That is so wonderful to hear, and I'm going to open the floor to your questions shortly, but I wanted to ask from the production perspective, what did you enjoy the most of this process? We know it's long, we admire so much what you do, because without your support these films wouldn't be made, but what did you enjoy the most in this process of making the film as producers?
I think it's going to be very close to what Alejandro said, because except that Pepe does feel there's about the magic of Christmas, just that he wanted to make it more, not a very specific, flying renos or that kind of magic, but the real magic. But I agree with him, what I enjoy the most, no problems. It was so strange. He accepted to do the movie without a script. Mariana accepted the movie. We offered it immediately with no because we had to hurry up to have it ready. We just finished it like a week ago. No, I'm serious. So we showed it to TIFF when it was the first rough cut.
I did see that rough cut.
I saw it and I said, we're going to send it to Toronto. And they're like, are you kidding me? But he did such a good job that I said, no, they're smart. They'll know.
And I have to say, part of the film was recreating Christmas in May, which for that, here Erika was the genius that put everything together.
Love that so much. Okay, we're open to your questions. It's hard to see, so please keep your hands up. Yes, here in the middle. Go ahead, sir. Yeah.
First, thank you so much for the early Christmas gift.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So often we hear about films where the script was written years ago. What you just said was stunning. How did this film come together after you
So this is a question about the script and how after what they mentioned that the director came on board when the script was not ready, how was the work on the script afterwards?
Well, Pepe wrote the script, by the way. I don't know if that was clear. That he's the producer and writer.
So, thank you. When we presented this as a pitch to VIX, they said, we love it. Can you have it ready for next Christmas? And it was November of last year. And I said, yeah, because when somebody tells you, like, I will finance your movie, you never say no, you know? So you have to say yes, and we just said, like, I called Lemon Films, Billy Rosberg, and said, will you produce this for us in Mexico? And he said, yes, but not for next Christmas, right? And I said, yes, for next Christmas. So I knew I had 3 months to write the script.
No, at first he said no, and then they said yes. There was no time.
But I couldn't wait to have a script in order to try to get a director, because then, you know, if everybody was busy, then there wouldn't be a movie. So I had to pitch the movie to Alejandro and convince him to do it, even without a script. But I think you like what I said about the story, that he took the big leap of faith to do this. And then, honestly, the writing process was just magical. Like when Salma was saying about the magic, like for some reason, everything from there on just worked. Like the first draft, I sent it to them, they gave me notes, but from the beginning, we were happy with the first draft. And I don't know why, like some movies you struggle and some movies came out easily, and this was one of those cases.
I gotta tell you, we're all thinking it was magical, except for Erica. Who's like, we have to shoot. The volcano has erupted. There's ash everywhere. How do we get this?
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
That was during the shooting.
we
We-
did
What do
have
you mean? What do you mean? What?
There, in Mexico City, we have an active volcano nearby. So, so at the time, it was, you know, there was a lot of ashes in the city. So it was.
It started to rain, like really heavy rain. And they were all looking at me like, can we do it? And I said, I don't know, ask the sky.
We're going for your question here on the balcony, and then I'm going to go up there. Go ahead.
Hi, I'm here with my family, my grandma, all the way from Ecuador. And I know what role she plays in our Christmas dinner. She's the cook. So my question is, in your family, what role do you guys play this Christmas?
This is a question about, in your family, what are the roles that you like to play in Christmas?
I play Santa. But I also cook with my mom. We like to cook together.
I'm the good uncle that gives good presents.
So you're like a kind of Santa, like...
Yeah, in a way, like everybody wants me to give them a present. But
He's the gringo Santa that brings the presents from the
gringo that
United
makes all-
States.
my family's in Mexico, so I'm the one that makes money in dollars. So yeah.
Well, not me, but my mom definitely is Carmela.
Yeah, my mom is Carmela. and I'm in the process of becoming Santa. You know, I'm still learning.
I saw some hands up here in the middle, the black shirt. So this is a question about why they chose Yucatan, given the incredible diversity of like food in Mexico.
Well, I'm a foodie. I'm a huge foodie, like really openly. And there's this chef in Mexico called Ricardo Muñoz Zurita, who's an amazing chef, one of my favorite Mexican chefs. And he's a historian, actually, of food. So I texted him, and I told him I was in this beautiful movie, and that food was like a character in the movie. And we got together, and he designed this beautiful menu because we wanted to show different culinary culture in Mexico, not the typical things we all know like mole and tacos, which Absolutely, they're amazing, of course, but we wanted to show different colors and different flavors and different aromas. And one of the main reasons we chose Yucatan is because the festivity food in Yucatan is not that known across the world. So even though, cochinita pibil is kind of popular, that thing, queso relleno and those kinds of tamales, they are not that popular, so that's why we chose Yucatan.
We want to do justice to Yucatan in the world.
Yes, here. Go ahead.
As a parent of a trans child, the story that you told in the movie of inclusion and using Christmas of inclusion was really moving. And you talked about the importance of Penelope's character and how you came up with that character and the importance of that story in this beautiful Christmas story.
So this is a question, as a father of a trans person, how did you wrote and develop this character?
Well, I knew I wanted to have a conflict of somebody that is coming back. And honestly, I don't remember exactly when the idea came to me that it could be a trans daughter that left just because he had an issue. But the minute it came to my mind, I said, yeah, that's the perfect thing to exemplify the difference between generations, the difference between how people are raised, because certainly a lot has changed in the last 30 years. So I don't know, it's inspiration, it's a thing that I never try to explain. But the minute it came in, I said, I think that's great. And then we worked a lot with the actress who played Penelope. Her name is Victoria, just to make sure that we were telling her story right. I mean, it's not her story, but a story of a trans woman, right?
Yes, here in the balcony up.
I'm hungry every time I
So this is a question if you can share some advice to Mexican filmmakers living abroad or for Mexican filmmakers in general for their future work.
I'm going to say something very controversial. Before you judge, let me finish the whole thought process. I would say the one advice I can give you is not to think of yourself as a Mexican director. Think of yourself as a director. The Mexican, the beautiful Mexican things inside of you, what your country has left in your heart, will come through in your humanity. But I think it's important to start by seeing the depth of you. If you are a director, you are a director. And then the Mexican, it's an extra beautiful thing that you have. But if you think of how do I do it as a Mexican director, you are already limiting yourself. If you're an artist, you're an artist. Create.
We have time for one last question. Go ahead.
Merci à vous.
We really do appreciate and we feel so much proud of what you're trying to bring and being here with us, sharing this with us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, go ahead.
The most important question.
Okay.
What does Christmas mean to each of you?
Did everybody hear the question? What does Christmas mean to all of you?
Well, for me, it's love. I think Christmas means to everybody what it reminds them of. And in my case, it reminds me of family love. So that's my case.
Yeah, for me also is love is an opportunity to gather with the people that you haven't seen in all the year, and it's a special occasion where you can start again.
For me, it's family. I'm from Mexico. I have been living in the US for 25 years, and still every Christmas I spend it in Mexico always. And the response that the character gives to the chef, the Mariana, in the movie is actually a memory of mine. Like my grandfather used to do that and all that stuff, so that's it.
And for me, it's like we take a moment and interrupt the routine of life to come together and create something that comes out of togetherness. And it's the very wonderful time for us to look at the past and dream for the future, and also take a deep inside and analyze yourself. And I do believe in the magic of the spirit of Christmas and family, friends. But some people don't have family. I still think it can be that possibility, and it brings you back to your entire life. It's a moment also to remember the ones that are no longer with us, and you share even the objects. I love that scene, where the object that reminds of the childhood and all that. And it's also, traditions are so beautiful because I experienced them with my mother, and now I am experiencing them with my kids. And I'm passing, and so our ancestors stay with us, through all the different generations.
That is so beautiful. Thank you so much. On this note, we would like to thank you all for being the best audience in the world. Thank you for being here. And to you all for sharing the film with us, for sharing this experience. Congratulations. And we'll see you the rest of the festival. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You wanna-